Today we're going to be checking in with iconic black gaze group Deafheaven. Now, this is a band that I kind of dove into with their last record, and that's really most of the context I have for them. I've heard Sunbather as well in my own time. We last heard from them back in 2021 with their album Infinite Granite. It was very much taken in that kind of shoegaze direction, much more approachable than some of their older work. Barely any of the kind of iconic black metal elements on there. It would kind of crop up here and there in some of the songs, but it was mostly this kind of gorgeous soundscape of this kind of alternative blackened shoegaze kind of thing. It's really interesting. But they just come back with the announcement of a new record and a new single, and I'm really intrigued to see what they're going to do this time, because I really don't know what to expect with these guys. They're so creative, and they're not afraid to break the boundaries that they've set for themselves, or what people expect from them. So I'm going into this with a totally open mind, and I'm very excited. So let's get right into it. But before we do, I'd love to ask you to join the community and subscribe. We love discovering and checking out great new music just like this. We'd love to have you. Whoa. Oh, we're getting into it. Oh. Dang, okay. This is crazy. Dang, dude, this is way heavier than the last record. Still very unique, though. Yeah. Ooh, a little evil twist there. So dissonant. Woo! Got the blast beats, dude. This is so wildly different than the last one. I'm so into this, though. Oh! A little bit of groove here. Oh. So chuggy. A bit of like a kind of Gojira feel here. Oh, okay. Bit of atmosphere coming in. Tiny bit of reminiscent of the last record. That kind of super echoey lead guitar. Dude, this is so freaking sick. Alright, that was Deafheaven with their new song, Magnolia. Let's break it down. Well, that was really, really cool. I'm so glad that they surprised us with a new and interesting sound rather than just retreading some of the same ground that they've done before. I mean, this was such a departure from that blackened, shoegazy kind of feel from the last record. And I'm not super familiar with their early work, but it doesn't feel like traditional black metal either. I mean, there are parts of this instrumental that feel, very blackened, with the tremolo guitars and the kind of like, his vocals especially, like those vocals are really only found in these kind of genres and blackened genres, kind of goblin screaming in a cave kind of vocals. But there were other parts of the instrumental that sounded like a post-hardcore track. The octave chords and the kind of dissonance and the kind of like the chuggy kind of melodies underneath. It sounded like something off of like Define the Great Line by Underoath at times. And then when it got into these really heavy, chuggy sections, it almost reminded me like a Gojira sound. So interesting, such a crazy blend of these iconic metal genres kind of mashed together into something that sounds very unique and like nothing I've really heard before, but I really, really liked it. I thought this was fantastic. Had great energy, fantastic atmosphere, and it just was a very satisfying track. Sometimes I feel like with certain types of blackened stuff, it can kind of be one note the whole time. It's one level of heavy the whole time, and you're just blast beats the entire time, tremolo guitar the entire time, the goblin screaming in the cave the entire time. But this one, there was so much variety between the ambient passages and the melodic stuff and the heavy chuggy stuff. It was just very satisfying how it transitioned from one part to another. And it really paid off. And I really, really liked this. I'm so stoked they've already announced a new record. It's called Lonely People with Power, and it's coming out in March. So very, very soon. This is kind of a, not really a surprise drop, but a really quick album rollout, which I'm a big fan of. These long album rollouts, they can be arduous, and they make me eventually lose interest. So hopefully we get a nice tight 3 singles or so, and then right to the album, which you guys know we're going to be checking out because I'm really, really into this, and this is super cool. This is also a band that I don't think a lot of the like metal scene on YouTube covers, so I'm happy to be somebody who's talking about it because these guys are so sick. Let me know what you guys thought of this track in the comments down below. I know this is something a little bit different from what we're usually checking out, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one down in the comments. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe. It really, really helps out the channel. If you're really into what we do here, be sure to join our Patreon. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. The Patreon is just a way that you guys can help me to, expand the production here, do more ambitious stuff. And as a bonus, you guys also get access to all my blocked videos, all the stuff that I've uploaded here, and it's just disappeared because UMG decided to take it down or whatever. Those are all up on Patreon, as well as the retro reactions, all these kind of like older metal records that we've been checking out with, System of a Down and Deftones and Linkin Park and stuff. I upload those on Patreon a few days early, so you get early access to those, as well as a shout out at the end of these videos. So those are just some ways I like to say thank you to you guys who've signed up, because it really means the world to me that anyone would sign up for that Patreon. Never mind even just watching my videos. It just blows my mind. You guys are the best, and I really appreciate every single one of you. That's going to do it for me today. I'll see you in the next one.